Yeah, a very good morning. Uh, we will start our session within 5 minutes. Okay, so we will wait for 5 minutes, then we will start our session. Okay, so we will start our session. Okay, so in the previous class, we will discuss about uh, the system protection relay. So, what are the different system protection relay that will be associated in the protection schemes or system protection schemes? So, that thing we will discuss in the previous lecture. Okay, so, in the previous lecture, we will discuss about the under frequency relay and the rate of change of frequency relay, and how the rate of change of frequency relay or the under frequency relay that will be deals with the protection. Okay, so today we will discuss about the under voltage relay. Okay, and we will discuss about the reverse power relay. Okay, and if the time permit, then if the lighting that will be there, then what will be the lighting protection? So how could I protect any such kind of electrical device from the lighting? So this is called the lighting protection system. Okay, so lightning arresters, shielding of your earthwares. Okay, so these are the protection schemes that will be associated with the lightning protections, right? So before starting that, we have a discussion on the under voltage relay. So whenever there is an uncleared a fault on the grid that will be close to the plants. Okay, so whenever any such kind of fault that will be appeared near to the grid, near to the plants, okay, in a grid, then the plant generator tends to feed to the fault. Okay, so for that cases the voltage at the supply points that will drops. Okay, that can be used as a signal for the isolating from the gates. Okay, so this is actually the under voltage relay. So if any such kind of fault that will be appeared near to the plant in a grid, then the plant generator that will be tends to feed this particular fault, and that due to this particular fault the supply voltage that will be points drop. Okay, supply voltage will be dropped, and that can be used as a signals for isolating from any such kind of grid. That will be actually the one characteristics of an under voltage relay, right? So our main discussion on this particular topic is a reverse power relay, which will be also be known as a under voltage relay. Okay, so we may know that in the distribution system are a radial in nature. Okay, normally in a radial in nature. Okay, so how the distribution reverse power relay that will be connected with the grid. So that thing we will discuss with the. So first we have to draw the two figures so that you will able to understand what is actually the reverse power relay uh, that will be working. Okay, that means what will be the working principle of a reverse power relay. Okay, so first I have to draw the figure so that you will able to understand. For that I will share my screen so that you will able to understand. Okay, I think yes, my screen is visible to you. Okay, so yeah, I think my screen is visible to you. Okay, so reverse powers relay. So in this particular case, I have draw the figure first, then I will discuss few things which will be associated with the reverse powers relay, right? So I have two diagram I have to draw. So in this section, so we have connected a utility circuit breakers over here. Okay, and a power flow that will be flow in this direction. Okay, this is then another feeder load that will be connected across. This is my feeder load. Okay, so over here we are connecting the another load that will be connected. Here also the feeder load that will be connected across. So this is my the utility and the plant generator in parallel. Okay, so this figure that will be associated with the utility and the plant generator. Okay, which will be connected in a parallel, right? So here some uh, I think yes. So the green part. Okay, so this is my utility circuit breaker, and the power flow in this direction. In this direction, that the power that will flow. Okay, and here we are connecting the feeder load across the grid. Okay, and here also the power that will flow if it will be the connection in parallel. Okay, so this is also we are connecting the feeder load. So supposed to be this is my feeder load 1 and this is my feeder load 2. So several load that will be connected across the grid. Okay, and here we are connecting local load, right? And this is my plant generator, right? So this is my plant generator, and this particular fi- box that will be consist a reverse power relay. So this is actually my reverse power relay, right? So power flow that will be in these directions, right? So power flow to the local load that will be in this direction, and the power flow also over here in these directions also, right? So whenever the plant generator and the utility circuit breaker that will be connected in parallel, then for that cases our diagram should be like this. Okay, so here also we are connecting generator over here. Okay, so generating stations over here. Okay, so we are connecting one utility circuit breaker over here uh, with the transformers. Okay, so again we have a feeder load, then again this particular feeder, again this particular feeder. So this is my feeder load, and we are connecting this segment also. Here also we are connecting a reverse power relay, and this is my local load and one plant generator that is really connected. Same figure. Okay, but there will have some differences. Okay, so isolation of a grid and the reversal of a power flow. So this figure that will be consist of a that will consist of a isolation that will be consist of a isolation of a grid, isolation of a grid, and reversal of power flow, right? So in this particular segment, so we will see the two different things. So here also we are connecting one utility circuit breaker over here. We are connecting the utility circuit breaker, and the power flow that will be in these directions. And we can say this is open. The circuit breaker is open. Okay, and this is my different feeder load over here also. Okay, and the power flow that will be in these directions. Power flow that should be in these directions. Okay, so that is the power flow. Okay, and this is my again that is reserve power reverse power relay that will be connected across the grid, and this is my plant generator, and with the plant generator we are associating with the local load, right? So this is my two figure. Okay, so there must have some difference in between the two figure. So what are the difference, that thing we will discuss today. Okay, so that thing normally we have to discuss, right? Okay, so in this particular it's supposed to be this is my figure 1 and this is my figure 2. Okay, so the figure 1 which will be deals with the utility and the plant generator which will be connected in parallel. That means whatever the plant generator, so this particular plant generator that will be connected parallel with my utility power circuit breakers. Okay, and in this particular figure 2, which will be the isolation of any such kind of circuit breaker from any such kind of grid. So in that cases, we have considering to the several points. So what are the points? So what are the points that will be associated? The points are, okay. So we will know that the distribution system in a power system network. So we will know that the distribution system are normally radial in nature. So although the distribution network will be radial in nature, so that will holds true for the both the utility and the plant distribution system. Okay, so that radial system that will be holds for both the utility sites and as well as the plant distribution utility sites. This is actually the utility sites and the generator sites. Okay, so plant distribution system. Okay, so if there is a fault on the utility distribution system, if there will be fault. Okay, so if there is some fault that will be appeared in the utility distribution side, okay, utility distribution side, so it may trip a circuit, it will trip a circuit breaker. So that circuit breaker which will be connected across this particular grid, which will be in a utility sides. Okay, if any such kind of fault that will be appeared, so what I am asked told that if any fault that will appear in utility side. Okay, that will be appeared in a utility sites, or we can say the utility distribution system. Utility distribution system. Then what happen? So it may trip a circuit breaker. That means this circuit breaker, it may trip the circuit breaker, it will trip the circuit breaker, thereby thereby isolating plant from the grid. Plant from the grid, which will be the very important points. Okay, so what I have said that if any such kind of fault that will be appeared in this particular section, if any such kind of fault that will be appeared in this particular section, so suppose fault 1 that will be appeared in this particular section, so what will be the function of this utility circuit breaker? So the utility circuit breaker, if any such kind of fault that will be appeared in the utility sides or utility distribution system, so due to this particular fault, this utility circuit breaker which will be connected with this particular grid. Okay, so that circuit breaker that will trip. Okay, and therefore if the circuit breaker that will trip, so it will be the total isolating the plant from the grid. So if it will be the open, okay, so utility sites and the plant generating sites, okay, so this segment that will be considered as a this segment that will be consist of a plant generating sites. Okay, so there is a true site that will be isolated with each others. Okay, so that means there no have a connection from the utility sites and as well as the plant generating sites. Okay, so that is actually the main objective, okay, of this particular reverse power relay. Now what will be the function of this particular reverse power relay, right, which will be connected in the plant generating sites? Okay, which will be the function of, what will be the function of this particular reverse power relay which will be connected in a uh, in a plant generating site? That means in this particular sites. Okay, So one plant that will be connected, okay, with a local load. Okay, so if any such kind of fault that will be appeared in this particular utility sites, okay, so this particular circuit breaker that will be open, that will be tripped, okay, and it will be disconnect the utility side from the plant generating sites. Okay, so another major points that will be associated with this, that the plant may still remain connected with the downstream load, okay, which will be very important points. Okay, so although the circuit breaker that will be disconnected the utility sites and as well as the plant generating sites, although we can say, although although the plant may still remain connected, with a downstream load. Downstream load means whatever the load that will be connected in this particular plant generating sites. Okay, so several loads that will be connected in this particular plant generating sites. Okay, so although there must have a disconnection from the utility sites, but the plant may still remain connected with a downstream load. So this will be considered as my all those particular feeder load that will be considered as my downstream load. Okay, so which will be connected across a reverse power relay through the power generator. So for that cases, we can say that the power will flow from the plant generator to this particular load. Okay, so for that cases, the arrowhead that will be goes through in this directions. So if there will be the disconnection from the utility sides, so it may happen that the power that will flow from the plant generating sites to the particular load which will be connected across the grid. Okay, in both the figures, we will see that if any such kind of, in both the cases, there must have some difference in between the two loads, because over in this particular figure one, the power flow that will be in this directions, but the power flow in this direction if any such kind of fault will be occurred. If any such kind of fault will be not occurred, then your flow of the power that will be in a this direction from the utility sites to the power generating sites. Okay, so if in a pre-fault state, okay, that means we are considering now a figure one. Okay, so if in the pre-fault state, okay, so power that was being feed to the plant, whatever the power that will be feed to this particular plant, so that particular sites feed to this particular plant, then this reversal of the power flow can be used to isolate the plant generator and the load from the remaining system. Okay, so what will be the function of this particular reverse powers relay? So the function of the reverse powers relay is that if any such kind of pre-fault state that will be appeared, so the power that will be feed to this particular plan, the power that will feed to this particular plan, then due to the presence of the reverse powers relay, so that the reversal of the power flow can be used to isolate the plant generator, to isolate this particular plant generator, and a load, whatever the load that will be connected across this. Okay, so a load from the remaining system. So remaining system means, so we have a system that will be connected in this segments also, right? So this is actually the function of a reverse power relay. That means due to the presence of the reverse power relay, the power will be reversed. The flow of the power that will be reversed either from the plant generating sites to utility sites, or from the utility sites to the plant generating sites, right? So the approach will be very useful to detect the loss of a grid supply. Okay, so why we should, what will be the basic need of the reverse power relay? So the need of the basic power relay approach a useful, it will be very much useful to implementing the reverse powers relay to detect the loss of a grid supply, okay, whenever the difference between the load and the available generation is not sufficient to obtain a appreciable rate of change of frequency. Okay, keep remember these things. So whatever the approach that will be associated in this particular reverse powers relay, okay, which will be very much useful to detect the loss of a grid due to any such kind of fault, and whenever the difference between the load side and the available generation is not sufficient to obtain an appreciable rate of change of frequency, but what we can say that the active power that will be continue to flow into the grid. So we have with two different power, one is the active power, another one is the reactive power. So although there must have a disconnection from the load and the generating sides, but the active power that will be continue to flow into the grid, which will be feed the external loads, okay, which will be the very much good example, okay, of a reverse power relay. Okay, so suppose I have one example for that. Okay, so if I will deal the examples, then we will understand what will be the function of the reverse power relay and how it will be working in utility distribution sites. Okay, so for example, I give one example. So for that, I will stop my share. I will stop this particular section and I will share the another screen so that you will able to see. Okay, so I will stop this section and I will again open a new paint. Okay, so I have to share this paint. So I think the new screen that will visible. Okay, so in that case, I give one example for that. So what will be the example? I give one example. Okay, so example is, suppose in the previous figure, that means in the figure 1. Okay, so example is, suppose in a figure 1, consider that the plant imports at all times, at all times a minimum power a minimum power of 5 megawatt. Okay, so now the studies includes that for the various fault in utility sites, minimum power export minimum power export, okay, one second, from the plant generator, from the plant generator is 0.5 megawatt. Okay, then deduct deduce the setting of reverse powers relay, reverse power relay. Okay, if the plant generator if the plant generator if the plant generator is of 500 megawatt capacity. So the question is, what is likelihood likelihood of under frequency or rate of change of frequency or rate of change of frequency relay picking up of such fault picking up of such fault. So that is my question. Okay, so what will be my answer? Okay, so what is actually, so for that I have to understand what will be the figure 1. Okay, which will be already uh, I will draw. Okay, so what is actually told in this particular figure? So we will consider the plant that will be inflows all the time a minimum power of 500 megawatt. Okay, so that particular from the utility sides, and the minimum power that will be export from the plant generator supposed to be 0.5 megawatt. Okay, so from the that means from the utility sides to the plant generating side, the minimum power that will be comes through come that will be 5 megawatt, and from the power generating sides to the utility sides, the minimum power that will be export, that will be 0.5 megawatt. Okay, so differentiate or the deduct the setting of a reverse power source. That means we have to change the setting of a reverse power relay. Okay, so now if the plant generator having a generating capacity of a 50 megawatt, then the question is, what is actually the under frequency or the rate of change of frequency relay which will be picking up of a any such kind of fault, that means which will detect the particular fault. So that is the one example. Okay, from the figure 1. So answer is that, so can anyone told what will be the answer for that? I will giving you 2 3 minutes so that will able to answer this particular problem statement. So read this problem statement very carefully and give that particular answer. Okay, so tell me, anyone. I will give you 2 3 minutes. And over here I will draw the figure 1. Okay, so that you will able to see actually. Okay, over here I will draw the figure. Okay, figure 1. Okay, so we have a generator over here. So this is my utility side circuit breaker. utility side circuit breaker, and the power that will flow in these directions. Okay, so it will be connected with some transformers. Again, this will be connected with a feeder load. Okay, feeder load. Here we have a reverse power relay, and that will connect it with the local generator. Okay, so this is my plant generator. This is my reverse powers relay, and the power that will flow in this direction, although it will be not closed. Okay, and this will be my feeder load, and this is my local load that will be connected across this particular grid. Okay, then so plant generator if the plant generator the question is, if the plant generator having a capacity of a 50 megawatt, okay, and the power flow from this minimum power flow, it that should be the 5 megawatt from this side to this side. Okay, from this side to the plant generating sides, and from this side to this side, the minimum power flow that will be the zero point 0.5 megawatt. Okay, so what will be the, after changing the setting of, after changing the setting of reverse power relay? Okay, so what will be, the question is, what will be the under frequency or the rate of change of frequency relay, okay, which will be picking up the such fault which will be appeared in the utility sides? That is my question. So what is actually the answer for that? Right? So plant generator having a capacity of a 50 megawatt, and the power flow from the utility sides to the plant generating sides, minimum power flow that will be my 5 megawatt, and from the plant generating sides to the utility sides, that will be zero point 0.5 megawatt. Okay, if we will changing the setting of the reverse powers relay, okay, so what will be the change of frequency relay that will be picking up if any such kind of fault that will be appeared in the utility sides, this sides? Okay, so what will be the answer for that? Okay, so think about this particular answer and tell me what will be the answer, then I will give you the answer. Okay, so tell me, what is your answer? I will give you 2 3 minutes to study and tell me. Okay. So the answer for that is actually, uh, one second, I have a call. हाँ राहुल बोलो. हाँ मॉर्निंग. हाँ फॉरवर्ड तो कल ही कर दिए. हाँ ठीक ठीक. ठीक ठीक. हाँ ठीक ठीक. Okay, so the answer for that is actually this particular reverse power relay. So this particular relay, the reverse power relay, or the reverse power flow relay, that can be set to the zero point 0.4 megawatt. Okay, so this particular reverse power flow relay, that will be the plug setting at a 0. Supposed to be 4 megawatt. Okay, so since the minimum reverse power flow is 1% of the plant capacity, okay, so and the plant capacity will be my plant capacity will be my 50 megawatt. Okay, so the minimum reverse power flow, we can say the minimum reverse power flow is 1%. According to this particular value, is 1% of plant's capacity, a 1% of plant capacity, and it is a quite likely, and it is quite likely that the utility disconnection may not be noticed by the under frequency. That means in the utility sides, what will be the fault that will be appeared in the utility sides, that may not be noticed by the under frequency or the rate of change of frequency of the frequency relay. So for that cases, the vector shift relay and the system protection schemes in the transmission system, that will be discussed later on. That means a vector shift relay. So this will be actually the drawback of a reverse power relay. If the reverse power relay having a setting of a 0.5 megawatt amount of power, like having a plant capacity of 50 megawatt, so minimum power reverse flow relay is a 1% of the plant capacity. So and although and although the characteristics of a under frequency relay to not detect or not noticed the utility sides fault. That means this side fault. Okay, so that is actually the disadvantages of this particular reverse power relay. So to overcome this particular disadvantages of a reverse power relay, we are implementing the vector shift relay and the system protection schemes in our transmission system. Okay, which will actually the discuss on the next lecture. That means vector shift relay we will discuss in the next lecture. So during this particular session, we will discuss what will be the advantages over the what will be the advantages for using the vector shift relay, okay, rather than using the reverse power relay. So that is actually the drawback for that. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear or not? Is there any question? I think you don't have any questions. Okay, so whenever we have a discussion of a vector shift relay, that vector shift relay that will be implementing due to the, okay, so there must have some drawbacks. There must have some drawbacks of the under frequency relay, which will be already found in this particular example, that if we have a plant generating capacity of a 50 megawatt, okay, and the clock setting multiplier of this particular reverse bias relay having a zero point 0.4 megawatt, but our power flow from this side to this side is zero point 0.5 megawatt. That means that the minimum reverse power flow, that is 1% of the plant generating capacity. So, and although this is actually the characteristics of the under frequency relay, that it will not be noticed the utility side's faults. Okay, the under frequency relay. The under frequency relay that will only been detect the fault which will be associated with the plant generator or near to the plant generator. Okay, so there must have some drawbacks of this particular under frequency relay. To overcome this particular under frequency relay, we are implementing the vector shift relay, and also the system protection schemes that will be associated with the transmission side, that we will discuss when we have a brief discussion on a vector shift relay. Okay, so we have a discussion on that. Okay, now the next topic is a few a little bit we will discuss on the lightning protections. Okay, which will be the very important part. Okay, so I will stop the screen so that we will again open one another paint. Okay, so I think it may be visible to you. Yes, now my screen is visible. I think yes. Okay. So now the new topic is lightning protections. So lightning that will be appear due to the atmospheric conditions. Okay. So this is the very important protections. So whenever any abnormal behavior that will be appeared in the atmosphere, okay. So due to this particular lightning discharge, so that will induce the over voltage which will occur when the lightning stroke reach to the ground near to the transmission line. Okay, so the lightning protection is actually the very important factor of a protection schemes that will be associated in the transmission line network or the power system network. Okay, so for that, so we have using most commonly used devices to protect against the lightning surge. One is the shielding by the earthware. Okay, two most commonly used device which will protect the against the lightning. Okay, so what are the two device? The two device is, the number one is my shielding, SHIELDI, shielding by earthware, and the second device is my lightning arresters, GHTNING, lightning arresters. So using these two particular device, we will protect any such kind of device if the lightning that will strokes near to the particular transmission line. So we are implementing these two device for protecting the device from the lightning. Okay, so these are the two very important. Now we have a discussion on the, so what will be the function of this particular devices. and what will be the function of this particular devices. So that thing we will discuss. Okay, so the lightning arresters, you already know what will be the function of the lightning arresters in a multi-storied building, which will be in the top. We are designing a lightning arresters. Okay, so the lightning arresters will be the very common device for protecting the from protecting from the lightning. Okay, and another device that will be associated with the lightning protection is a shielding by the earthware. So from the lightning arresters, so to the particular ground we have some wares. So that wire, that particular earthware, that is called actually the earthware, that will be shielding. So that is actually which will protect the any such kind of devices or any such kind of buildings or any such kind of electrical components from the lightnings. Okay, so these are the very two important devices which will be protect the lightning, which will protect the lightning from any such kind of lightning faults. Okay, so due to the lightnings in a device, there must have some faults. Okay, in our household system, we will see that suppose the TV will be on in your house and the lightning that will be strike to the near to your home. So for that cases, it's made that the damage of a TV, fridge, or any home appliances. Okay, so due to the lightning fault, okay, so there must have a damage of a lightning, must have some home appliances. Okay, so to protect this particular home appliances, we are considering in our home, we are considering the shielding by the earthware. That means we are that means earthing, we need the earthing for this particular lighting protections. Okay, so in the multi-storied building, that means on the top of the building we will see that the lightning arresters. Okay, so lightning having a characteristic that whenever it will see the higher point, then it will strike to this particular point. Okay, higher point it will strike, not the lower point. Okay, so for that cases we are using the two device for protecting any such kind of lightning protections. Okay, so that thing I think that thing we will discuss in the next lecture, when we will discuss. That means our next lecture will be from the in the year of 2022, in the new year. Okay, so then we will discuss what the lighting protections is, and as well as we are also discuss on the voltage shift relay. Okay, how the voltage shift relay is associated with the protection schemes. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so I think, so keep understanding in these two particular figure. Okay, so that you will able to understand what will be the function of the under frequency relay or the rate of change of frequency relay in a protection schemes. Right. Okay, so I will end the session for today. We will discuss more thing in a new year. Okay, when the class will resume. Okay, so thank you very much. We will stop the session for today. All are requested to leave the session for today. Yeah, all are requested to leave the session for today. Thank you.